friends, how are you doing today? I am doing well. Well, I woke up with a little bit of a headache, but that's okay. That's because I've stopped drinking soda. Yes, I've stopped drinking soda. No caffeine gives me a massive headache. So I've been battling with that all morning, and now I'm contemplating whether or not I should just crack open a can of soda and just drink it and make this headache go away. But I feel like I drink too much soda, so I'm not going to do it anymore. But I did get some packages in the mail today, and I have been waiting to open them up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 packages that came in, and some of them I know what they are, some of them I have no idea what they are. So let's get right to it with the opening of these packages. Let me put this over here and that over there, and we shall see. So this one comes from, let me get my scissors out over here. This one comes from Blowout Video. Blowout, can I cut this or should I open it? Let's see. Blowout Video. And it is a copy of, okay. It is a copy of Class of Nukem High Part 2. Why, you say? Why? Yes, I am on a Troma kick. Back in the day, a long time ago, when Troma first started doing DVDs or whatever, I was on a full-out, had to get everything from Troma. And some of the movies are just bad. Some are just bad, and some are gems, absolute gems, and you have no idea that these things even exist. Some of them are really low budget. Some of them are this is cinema if you want to become a movie maker. That's what I would say. Because I'll tell you right now, the special effects and the stuff that they put into these movies, it's on like a shoestring budget, and they're just great movies. Toxic Avenger, Class of Nukem High. What was the other? Romeo and Juliet was a great one. I'm trying to think of the other ones that were that really blew my mind. It was Terra Firma, which was another good one. But these are all Troma movies, and back in the day, I used to order so many of these things, and I wanted to bring back that. I realized that, I guess, throughout the course of my life, within the last 14 years, 15 years, I sold my Troma DVDs, all except for Cannibal the Musical and a couple other ones. I think I kept my, what did I keep up there? I hate when I do that. I'm looking up there, and they ain't even there. But I did keep a couple. I kept Romeo and Juliet, and I kept Toxic Avenger, of course. And I recently bought Toxic Avenger, the complete movie set, along with Citizen Toxie. And I wanted to bring back all of my other Toxic Avenger movies. So I started buying them. So if we start opening up these things, you start seeing Toxic Avenger or Class of Nukem Highs or whatever, that I was gearing or focusing on the Class of Nukem Highs. So I'm really happy to get this. And I'll tell you right now, Troma gives you a ton of special effects, whether you want them or not. Some of the stuff is just so ridiculous. Some of the stuff you don't even care about. It has introductions by Lloyd Kaufman. He's the founder and creator of, well, one of the founders and creators of Troma Video and Troma Movies. And he introduces every single one. They say this guy is like unbelievable the way he is with his fans, and he sells these movies, and these movies are, to me, classics. If you don't know what a Troma movie is, check one out. I recommend either a Toxic Avenger or a Class of Nukem High. Romeo and Juliet's a little hard to handle. Cannibal Musical is one of the originals with Matt Stone and, wow, Trey Parker from South Park. That was their first, one of their earlier films that they produced, and Troma picked up, I guess, the rights of the DVD release, and it has not been a Blu-ray release as of yet, but as soon as there is, I will buy it because it was great. But Class of Nukem High is just a futuristic, the school is infested with kids that have been, what's the proper wording I'm looking for? They've been subjected, they've been, is it subjected? They've been nuclear. The school's next to a bunch of nuclear power plants, and the kids are all messed up. That's what I'm looking for. The kids have some problems, and they're crazy, and there's all kinds of things going on. But these are just fun movies. There's like a giant rodent that's been something's happened with the nuclear waste, and the rodents mutated into these giant things. Good movies. But first pickup, Class of Nukem High Part 2. So hopefully we got Class of Nukem High Part 1 somewhere in here. And then we have this one from Jacksonville, Florida. And let's see what's in here. Did I cut it? Did I open it? Did I even get it? This one is, okay. Put those over there. Armed and Dangerous, starring John Candy and Eugene Levy. This is one of John Candy's, I'm going to say later films, but this was after Great Outdoors. A fun film. He wants to be a cop. John Candy used to be a cop, and then he still wants to be a cop, but he ended up getting in trouble. His partner, played by Eugene Levy, he wants to be a cop also, but he's like a big goofball, and he can't make it into the actual police force. So they decide that they're going to become security guards. Well, they make them security guards at this, wow, just so happens a toxic waste dump. And the former security guards, well, security guards on the first shift, they're like missing teeth, and they're all messed up, and they've only been working there for like a couple days. And but they end up witnessing a crime, and it's one of those films where they're trying to solve the crime and also trying to get in good standing with the police department and everything, so they can actually become real police officers. Very good John Candy film. If you have not seen it, Armed and Dangerous, great movie. Also stars Meg Ryan, younger Meg Ryan, before she turned into older Meg Ryan. Yeah, so that's a ticket. All right, then we have from Manchester, New Hampshire. I should be saying these people's names, but I can't pronounce them, so I ain't gonna say them. And this is wrapped very, very nicely. Okay. And we have a second one. I will commend him on his wrapping skills, because my goodness. All right. And we have bubble wrap. Oh, we're moving right along here. What is going on here? I am totally confused. What? All right, and then we open up this. This is a first for me. First you, first me. And he seems to have covered it and wrapped it in Ziploc bag, giant bag things. And okay, and it is a copy of The Wanderers. Yes, The Wanderers. This is a gang movie from back in the day. I have not seen this movie yet. I do have it on DVD. My wife actually suggested this movie to me. She seemed to have really liked it, and I have not watched it as of yet. But this is supposed to be a special edition version, that's why I upgraded to the Blu-ray. It's made by Kino. This guy was unbelievable. He really cared what was going on here. He wants that positive feedback. And it comes with the preview cut and the theatrical cut. So you get 2 discs from Kino, and you get the preview cut and the theatrical cut. I haven't seen the movie, so I can't tell you how great it is or if it isn't any good or whatever. I'm hoping it's warrior-ish. It's like the Warrior movie, because I really enjoy the Warrior movie, but I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know anything about it, but it's supposed to be gangs. I'm guessing 50s, 60s, 50s, 50s. I always get that wrong. 50s. It's a gang movie, and she said that it would be good, so. All right. And the last package we have here is from, this is an Amazon package. And in here, I know what's in here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so if you do not know, I guess the John Hughes collection has gone Steelbook, and I am not a Steelbook collector. I do not really care for Steelbooks. You Steelbook fans, that's your thing, but I have a hard time keeping them from getting scratched up, scraped, banged up, ding-donged. I have a hard time with that stuff, and I am a collector, and I do not like my collection to get scratched or dinged or whatever, and it's hard to keep them together. Even the bags, I put all my stuff in plastic bags. I don't know if I have, yeah, like I got, for example, So I put my stuff in bags, and the bags do not go over the steelbook. So I'm guessing I have to buy a larger bag. The bags for the DVDs, they don't go over. They go over, but they leave too much space on the top. So it kind of, for a guy that's extremely OCD, it's a little difficult to deal with. But John Hughes not John Hughes personally, but the company that produces the John Hughes movies has decided to go with some steel books, and I decided to pick up the complete set of what they have as of right now. Now, I already have all these movies multiple times on DVD, multiple times on Blu-ray. They're great movies, and I can't pass them up. One of these, they released for the first time in a Blu-ray multi-pack of John Hughes films, and that was another thing that kind of got me, is I was like, I want the standalone. I want the individual copy so I can put it on my shelf and say, that's the one I want to watch. Nothing wrong with I mean, when they released it, it was all 4 movies in one pack, which was good, but I just prefer to be able to see the movie that I want to pick out. You know, like if I'm looking through my wall of movies, I'm like, I want to watch that one, okay? And I understand that all 4 are in the same case, and they're all individual, no compression, everything's good. I shouldn't have anything to complain about, but hey, wait, when you see these covers, you'll see why I could not pass up on these steelbooks. And I'm almost 100% sure I'm not going to open them. I'm not even going to try to open them, and I'm going to put them on the shelf, and I will still continuously watch from the multi-pack, because I don't want nothing to happen to these cases. So hopefully Amazon has not done something to these steelbooks, because when I buy steelbooks from Amazon, it's like rolling the dice, my friends. The guys that deliver this thing, sometimes they fire them across the porch, sometimes they throw them in the bin. I can literally hear them scanning things in, and then all of a sudden you hear the thing hit the porch. I'm like, there goes my steelbooks. So anyway. So in here we have the Pretty in Pink steelbook. Look at this thing. That's just nice. That's nice. And it's got a cool cover, and celebrating 35 years, and you just get the Blu-ray in here also. So it's really good that I kind of hung on to the DVD, so that way if I want to watch the DVD and random thing. There's nothing new, nothing different in this one as opposed to the one that was released earlier. I think the other one actually was, no, I'm thinking of 16 Candles, which was a Criterion collection. Pretty in Pink was just released with some kind of special cover, which I jumped all over, not knowing that they were going to go release this, and then a John Hughes 4-pack, and so, of course, this is going to go on my shelf with my multiple Pretty in Pink movies, but I like the cover, and I think it's kind of cool, so here we go. I'm not going to fire it across the thing, because I want nothing to happen to it. Next one is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yes, this is another 35th anniversary of Ferris Bueller's Day Off in the steelbook. Okay, like I said, oh look at this. This is just gonna be bothersome to me. Now I'm gonna have to get a piece of tape and tape that down, because anyway, beautiful cover. Add that to my John Hughes collection. And then we have, this is the reason why I got these steelbooks. This is the one I was shooting for, because this was only released in that 4-pack, and I had to spend extra money and get movies I already had. It was a 4-pack, by the way, of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, She's Having a Baby, Pretty in Pink, and Ferris Bueller I don't think was in it. I think it wasn't The Breakfast Club. Maybe it was The Breakfast Club. Not sure. I'll put it over there if I remember what it is. Actually, this one was in it too. Some Kind of Wonderful. Look at this is the, I saw this one, and I looked at the cover art. This is like one of my all-time favorite movies. All-time favorite John Hughes movies. It's one that a lot of people don't even remember is a John Hughes movie. It's one that a lot of people don't even think about when they think about John Hughes. But Some Kind of Wonderful is a great teen movie that I watched when I was a teen, and I absolutely love. It's one of these underdog movies. There's a guy that wants to go after the girl, and the girl don't want to pay no mind to him because she's like living in the ritzy area of town. It's got a Pretty in Pink feel about it. It's got the almost every John Hughes film. It's like the underdog in the end might prevail and get the girl of his dreams or the guy of her dreams. It's one of those films. And it stars Eric Stoltz, Leah Thompson, and Mary Stuart Masterson. Am I going to say that right? Mary Stuart That's cool. I just, right off the top of my head, that's what a fan I am. Yes. Mary Stuart Masterson, who was in Benny and June. this is just a great teen movie, and if you have not seen it, this is one you should pick up. The only way you can get it is in a steelbook, or go buy the John Hughes collection. This has not been released in a regular, just standalone Blu-ray, non-steelbook. This was like some kind of special thing that they did, and forced me to pick up the whole John Hughes steelbook collection that is released as of yet. Criterion released a Breakfast Club. Paramount released another version of Pretty in Pink, and Criterion also released a was it Criterion Arrow? It might have been Arrow Video did 16 Candles. So I'm guessing that they own the rights to these things. That's probably why the steelbooks, these are the ones that the Paramount released. Is probably because that's what Paramount. I'm sure Paramount owns them all, but I guess they lease them out to these different companies so they can redo them or fix them up or whatever the deal is. And for some reason, there was no Breakfast Club in here. Would I buy it? Yes. And there is a Breakfast Club steelbook. You can get it at Target. It's kind of it's a locker cover. It looks like a locker, a yellow locker. And I don't even think you get pictures of the kids. I think it just says Breakfast Club and it has like pins on the locker, if I remember correctly. I hope I got that right. So if you are a fan of John Hughes films, I just want to let you know that these are out there. And with that said, that's the end of my mail and pickups for today. If you like what you've seen, please do me a favor. Hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out with my algorithms. Okay, those things that people with the searches and whatever, and supposedly it will help me to further my YouTubing future. Okay? So, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you later.